So in this video I want to talk about my first new big watch purchase of the year of 2024 specifically. That is this watch. I'm going to talk about my new Girard-Perregaux reference 8090 Ferrari chronograph watch. On a yearly basis I put out a state of the collection video, and I do look at a lot of the comments. Some people said that I didn't have anything, any vintage watches. And, and to be honest, I don't think that vintage watches are for everybody. There's so many vintage watches out there and so many different references that it's sort of intimidating for a lot of people, including for me. When I saw this watch, I knew that I needed to have it. Occasionally I go on Chrono24 and I I type in Girard-Perregaux, let's say, and I kind of sort and I start looking and it's like, what is that? It's probably not commonly known, but Girard-Perregaux actually had a collaboration or a relationship with Ferrari for about 10 years. So starting from about 1993 to about 2004, Girard-Perregaux was Ferrari's high horology, watch collaborator. This is actually the 275 Le Mans edition, and as you can see, it's a beautiful reverse panda chronograph. And it is absolutely stunning. This watch was produced in the year 2000 approximately. It's actually kind of cool that, this watch actually existed the year that I graduated high school. I had no idea about watches. I always wore a watch even when I was in high school and in college. But I never thought that I would own a watch like this. I didn't even know that watches like these existed. I didn't even know about automatic watches or mechanical watches. And it's sort of kind of cool that this watch, was made the year that I graduated high school. I don't have the paperwork. This watch came without box and papers. I actually had it imported from Japan and paid a duty and everything to get it into the country. And I am so happy with this watch. It actually comes on a cool bracelet. I think it's like it's a 5-link design. But I'll talk a little bit more about the watch in the other room and give you a closer look at it. I actually had to buy an extra link for this thing because when I received it, it was super tight, and I actually had it. That's sort of a risk you take, and the fact that I actually managed to find this is the only one of these that I could find. Period. This is the only reference that's reverse panda that I could find on the internet anywhere. I saw a post about this watch on Reddit about another somebody years ago that posted about it. And that's the only thing I found about this particular reference. Very hard to find. The fact that I actually found an extra link, which I actually had to buy from Spain. So I spent almost about $200 on an extra link for this thing so that I could wear it on the bracelet and not have to put it on a strap, because it is a really nice, I think it's a really cool bracelet, and it's not super loose. It actually fits perfectly. So, but anyway, let's go into the room and check it out. So in this video, I want to highlight my new Girard-Perregaux reference 8090 Ferrari Ferrari Girard-Perregaux collaboration watch. I've looked at my watch collection and I've noticed, and I've been, obviously when you put your watch collection out there for people to judge, a lot of people have said that you don't have anything vintage. I've always been interested in getting something vintage and something or a little older, and I decided, if I ever found anything that really spoke to me or something that I really liked, I would probably consider buying it. And this is like the first time that this has happened, and I stumbled upon these Ferrari Girard-Perregaux watches that that were issued between 1993, I believe, and 2004. That's when their collaboration ended. This is when I saw this particular reference, because there were other ones, and a lot of them have like the Ferrari logo right at 12, right under the 12 o'clock. And in this particular case, let alone, it is a beautiful reverse panda design, and at the same time, it has it doesn't have the Ferrari logo. It only has it on the crown, which I really like. So you have a little bit of the Ferrari branding, but it's not in your face like most of these watches. Most of the 8020s, like I said, have it here. So this is a chronograph, and the right subdial has running seconds. The bottom one has a 12-hour scale for the chronograph, and over here we have a 24-hour clock, which so you can tell day from night. And obviously, and also the the 60. One of the cool things I love about this watch and this particular watch is the fact that there's a 60-minute countdown, and it is, you can see it. It almost looks like a GMT hand. It's like the red hand up there with the hand with the red arrow tip. That is the 60-minute chronograph counter. I'm sure it's out there. That I haven't seen that before, and I thought that was really cool. That was another thing that attracted me to this watch. This watch is celebrating the Ferrari 275 Le Mans win, I guess, or it wasn't a win. They at least they got on the podium. I believe they finished third in 1965. Absolutely beautiful car, the Ferrari 275. And it also gives you a little more detail on the case back, which is obviously not a display case back, but it has. This is how I live. This is, if you're gonna do a case back, this is how you do it right here. Gives you a little bit of detail about the watch. It is celebrating the Ferrari 275 win in 1965. So, and as you can see, there's even a little picture of the car there. And I'll probably do a close-up of that, but yeah, this watch is really cool. I mean, again, I think it was also happened to be one of the cheaper ones, and obviously it was in pretty good condition. I actually put it on the time grapher, and it was keeping excellent time. So even though this watch, I believe, was made in the year 2000, still keeping excellent time. So I'm assuming, again, I can't confirm because I don't have any service paperwork. I'm assuming it has been serviced because it has excellent amplitude, and it's almost within cost, I would say. It has a nice 5-link bracelet with a nice, really big brushed center link. It's an interesting looking bracelet. Butterfly clasp, not my favorite. No micro adjustability, but it is signed. It has a Girard-Perregaux there on the bracelet. So I ended up buying an extra link for it to fit me, because when I received it, it was too small, and I was really bummed out, and I really wanted to wear it on the bracelet because I really like bracelets personally. I prefer bracelets and straps. A lot of people like straps more. I'm more of a bracelet guy, and so I actually bought I found an extra link, the only one that I could find on the internet, in a store in Spain on the internet. I paid like $200 for it, but now I can wear my watch. So I'm about $2,400 into this watch after importing it from Japan, and I'm really happy. So I wanted to bring out, I had the opportunity to borrow a Rolex Daytona Panda again. If you have the opportunity to borrow the Daytona, it was like perfect timing. So I thought, why not? And I just kind of wanted to put these watches together and show. Obviously this watch is whatever, I don't know what they're going for, over $25,000 right now to get one of these, maybe more, and would obviously not worth that in my opinion. If you can't get it for retail, it's not worth it. That's all I'm going to say. But I just wanted to put them here together to show, very similar in size. I believe this is about a 39. Daytona's about they're pretty much the same size, and they're both racing watches engineered for racing. They both have tachometers, and obviously the Daytona's a little thinner. Maybe the finishing's a little nicer, but I really love my new Girard-Perregaux. Yeah, Daytona's amazing, but I'm really happy with my watch. And I also have just to give you another example here of another chronograph, I got my Seiko Speedtimer here. The budget pick, you could say. The $700 gets you one of these at retail. They have Panda versions. They even have they made a bigger version of them later on. This is the 30. I think it's 39. I think they put out a 40 or 41 after 42, and it comes in like Panda colors, that kind of thing. And also a very nice choice. But honestly, you cannot find this Girard-Perregaux. It just doesn't. I've tried to look. I have not found another one. So I feel that I got really lucky at finding this thing, and I couldn't be any happier. But yeah, that's a look at my Girard-Perregaux there. I forgot to mention this uses an ETA, so it's a modified ETA 2894 chronograph movement. That is, the Girard-Perregaux modified. I'm not going to show you the movement. I'm not going to remove the case back. Another reason why I like this watch is it's an ETA based movement, so pretty much any decent watchmaker can eventually service this one, even though I feel like it's running great and I don't think I'll need to service it for quite a long time. So that's my new Girard-Perregaux Ferrari 275 Le Mans reference 8090 watch. I absolutely love this watch. You know, these things are out there. Most of them are reference 8020s. Most of them have like the Ferrari logo right on the dial. This one is more stealthy. It only has it on the crown. This is like mostly Girard-Perregaux watch until you turn it around and actually look at the case back, which is really cool. So this is me a couple of days later, and I just wanted to say one more thing about this Girard-Perregaux Le Mans Ferrari watch. This watch kind of combines some of the favorite things in my... I've always loved cars ever since I was a kid. I'm not terribly into like watching car racing. I don't follow like F1 or anything like that, but I have taken my car out to like a track several times. I enjoy it, and I just love, you know, going around curves. And I also like play like I've always been into like car video games like Gran Turismo, that kind of thing, but I've also again gone to the racetrack with my own car. And you know, this watch combines two of my passions, like my love for cars and timepieces. Probably one of my new favorite watches in my collection. Definitely giving this one a lot of rest time, and it is pure class in my opinion. But anyway, if you have any questions about the watch, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm really stoked about it, and it really helps a lot if you can like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.